Actually, I'll do it on here. I don't remember anymore why I'm doing this. It might be for a judge. I think I called 988.
So you need a legal record for the judge to say, okay, Allie has called every day and been assessed for suicide. Okay, so this person has called every day for suicide.
Yeah, well, exactly. I just need someone to contract for safety with, and I don't have anyone else. I don't have a doctor or like a. I don't. Yeah, the police department. Like, I don't have any of. I don't have access to any of that.
Okay, this question seems more higher up than I am.
Got you.
Meaning our director of operations.
Which that's real. And a judge is real. So maybe I need to do a check-in. I remember having to do a check-in before. Maybe I'll go back and read a check-in from this date. If I have an alarm in 12 minutes. If I remember within 12 minutes, then I'll say whatever I was going to say. I don't remember. Here's my check-in for today. I put the date and everything because I practiced that. 05/26/2026 Tuesday. Check-in. I'll read this with sunglasses. I wrote. This is just raw audio. I'm too tired. I can't. I have to sleep. I did not want to leave today. My home with my children. I think they used to be scared. I would give them things. Luckily, my mother's necklace is gone now, so that's not available to give out anymore. I did not want to leave today. Nothing feels real. I'm in the courtroom being restrained. Yeah, I'm thinking about that a lot. Because I start thinking, in fact, and I feel myself driving more aggressively. I have this feeling in my chest that I know, and it's happened not that long ago. Mother's necklace. I lost some heavy shit on a call in a way that I don't lose shit. So thanks for making me have to try this part again. Yeah.
All the time. So, including today and in the past few days, all the time. Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
I don't pass the assessments. That's what I don't understand. I'm doing anything that's not suicide. I'm saying that. Can I get a break? Can I ask for that? Yeah, and then I wrote down, Allie, get on the fucking plane. It's a question that comes up sometimes. It's like, can you think back to a day that you wish you had been successful? There's one that I'm thinking, I'm not answering that question. I'm just saying. There's a day I have had on my mind a lot lately. And a therapist said to me, Allie, get on the fucking plane. That would factually be better than now. That would have been comprehensively better. I don't understand what people mean. I feel like they say stuff that they've heard and they don't really know what they're saying. They just know that's the appropriate timing to say the thing they said. So do I have to know or do I just have to do? I think I just do. I don't have to know. One thing I really like is doing like ASMR on shared food. I think I did a whole goldfish crunching series with someone at some time. It was really fun. And tonight I had toasted bread with a piece of cold cheese in the middle, which I love. And I never wait, and so the bread burns and cuts my mouth. I don't care. It crunched good though. I would like to share that if anyone's interested. Everyone. I forget that means no one. I forget I'm talking to no one. Sometimes I think I'm talking to people. Say stuff they heard. How much should. Here's a question. Speak of the motherfuck. You gotta be joking me. There's no way. That's real. Save the photos. How much should someone like you after a few Hinge texts and texting their number? So, how much should someone like you after just a few Hinge texts and then they're like, here's my number, and then I text them? How many times is it like, what kind of exchange is required for them to say, I really like you? Because I feel like they didn't really know me. That's weird. And at the same time, I'm likable. Myth, help available versus help I need. Myth, help, myth, help available. Yeah, exactly. I need to contract for safety every day for a judge. That's the help I need. Deep suicide. And you know what? It would help me in other ways too. Deep suicide. Same. Have you had any? She was nervous. That's what I felt bad about listening back.
All the time. So, including today and in the past few days, all the time. Of how you would end your life.
I could hear her voice. These people know what damage it does. That's why nobody wants a fucking job anymore. Duh. It's not a matter of funding. Talking about suicide helps. Here's a myth. Talking about suicide helps. When you talk about suicide with everyone, and there's crickets, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. You know what else doesn't help? When you ask for help and then never from the person do you hear again. Maybe I noticed too much. Maybe I ask for too much. Myth. Talking about suicide helps. Maybe if it results in help. needed. I don't know what those things mean. Yeah, breaking suicide. I do feel like I'm breaking suicide because it's break or be broken, and I refuse. I did say to lady, I said that when, and it really is. I said, there's good here, huh? And I answered to myself, yeah, it is. I notice when I eat cereal, I do work, and what I need to do is sleep. Yeah, I'm mindful too of these different points that I thought I was maxed. I wrote down, I tried hard before. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just trying to do the right thing at all times, live in the moment, like on 100. When people wish me a live in the moment, I don't want that. It is confusing to live in the moment. To live in the moment, you have to have no memory. And then I wrote, well, I wrote, sometimes I just look at a clock and it changes. Sometimes I just look at a clock and it changes. Sometimes I just look at a clock and it changes. When I have no idea what's going on and I don't know if my eyes are open or closed, sometimes I notice change. Like in the light of a clock. Yeah, I think that's more of a PTSD conversation than a suicide conversation. Finding reality in a change in light is a moral injury conversation that, to me, is a clinical diagnosis. Yeah, it's tough, dude. It is fucking tough. I forget what I'm even talking about. Looking at a clock, yeah. Reflections on my day. This happened today, and I wrote it down. I feel so intensely alone. I feel fear. True. I feel actual fear. Like scared in my chest. It's crazy. I'm trapped. I am trapped. That courtroom shit does it for me, baby. I know in writing I'm trapped. I know in writing I hear the echo of the words. Isn't it true? I hear it. I'm trapped. Heard. That centers my attention around death. I'm trapped, which centers my attention around death. Gotta get out. Everyone. I can turn on airplane mode. Yeah, that's cute, right? I can. I can turn on airplane mode. If tethers to what's real. Yeah, I sent an email to people thanking them for the email because it was something I could come back to. And then I figured out today I was late in responding by like a lot of days. Like people were responding to ask for my response. I didn't even know that there was a thing happening. I dipped out. Thursday. I'm done. I don't. What day is now? But I got some, yeah, Tether's What's Real. And I said I'd sent an email saying thank you for this one email. And I see one, and I did one email. And that's done, and we'll see. And then I wrote Wolf. I love never eating, actually. I dirty bulk to not eat for a stretch. I love not eating. Fuck every 3-number combo. No one cares. No one actually cares. That's why I'm recording this. And even that, who cares? Does a judge care? Who am I recording this for? For a judge? Does a judge care? I don't know. All right, I'm done. And I'm at 14:43, so stop that. I didn't get to 15 minutes. What's my question? What's this question? Let me scroll back and see. Yeah, I have no idea. That sucks though, in 15 minutes to just have like no, I'm not an older person. I can't remember from 15 minutes until 15 minutes later. And I've had to figure out ways to adapt to that, but it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Yeah, that part of it sucks too. Like the loss of function part. And I think that's my whole note. And I think I'm gonna never go to sleep.
Take what you want. Take everything. Take what you want.